If you turn around or cross the street to avoid walking your reactive dog past a trigger, you are not failing. You are making a strategic necessity. A dog who is barking, spinning, and lunging at the end of their leash is entirely in survival mode, and a dog in survival mode cannot learn a single thing. I hear from tired dog parents every single day. Walking the dog has become a grueling physical and mental chore. You spend every block scanning the environment, predicting where the next threat will come from, and constantly doubling back to avoid disaster. And underneath that exhaustion is a heavy layer of shame. You might feel like you are running away from the problem. You might worry that by avoiding triggers, you are coddling your dog, or worse, reinforcing their fear. That guilt is usually fueled by a steady stream of outdated advice from people telling you to face the problem head-on, to expose your dog more, to push them through the fear until they realize they are safe. Choosing the quiet route and taking your dog away from a trigger is an active intervention. By stopping the reaction before it starts, you create the biological foundation required for any future success to take root. To understand why, we have to look closely at what going over threshold actually means for your dog's nervous system. Reactivity functions as a rapid biological chain of events. When your dog crosses their threshold, an internal threat alarm fires deep inside their brain. It moves faster than conscious thought and instantly suppresses the frontal lobe, the thinking, reasoning part of your dog's brain. In this specific physiological state, training cannot happen. It is biologically impossible for your dog to process a cue, practice a calm behavior, or form a new positive association with whatever triggered them. The system is locked. Every time a reactive dog goes through a full alarm response, their brain physically strengthens that exact neural pathway. The fear response becomes faster, more automatic, and harder to interrupt the next time. This is why crossing the street is so powerful. It acts as a physical circuit breaker. By turning around, you ensure the alarm does not fire, and you stop that biological rehearsal of fear dead in its tracks. Management and training are not opposites. For a reactive dog, management protects progress. You have to stop training the brain to be afraid before you can start training it to be calm. The visible reaction on the walk is followed by a lingering, invisible aftermath. Biological stress does not vanish the second the other dog walks away. This chart tracks a dog's cortisol levels after a reaction. Cortisol is a major stress hormone, and it takes an exceptionally long time to clear. It remains elevated in your dog's body for 48 to 72 hours after a single stressful event. This creates a phenomenon called trigger stacking. If your dog has multiple reactive encounters in a single week, those stress hormones stack on top of each other. As the chemical load builds up, your dog's tolerance threshold is driven progressively lower. This explains a deeply frustrating pattern. Your dog might handle seeing a bicycle perfectly well on Monday, but then completely explode at something minor, like a rustling leaf on Thursday. That explosion on Thursday did not come out of nowhere. The leaf did not cause the reaction. It was simply the final drop in a nervous system that was already full to the brim. It is an inevitable mathematical result. You cannot push a dog through this chemistry. Actively managing their exposure across the week, choosing the quiet routes, and keeping distance are the only mathematical ways to lower that chemical load and allow their nervous system a true reset. Every time you choose the quiet route, you are giving your dog's nervous system a crucial chance to breathe. You are keeping the thinking brain online. If you are the person holding the leash, making those hard decisions to cross the street, you are not a weak owner. You are a strategic protector. You are building the safety required for learning to actually begin. If you want to dive deeper into the neuroscience of your dog's brain and learn how to build from that place of safety, subscribe to the Hero Dogs Clubhouse newsletter and listen to our podcast for the full breakdown. Next week, we are looking at both sides of the leash. I will be exploring why reactive dog parents become completely exhausted at the exact moment their dog's training actually starts working. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to Hero Dogs Clubhouse, and share with a dog parent who needs to be freed from the guilt of crossing the street. I'll see you next week.